Hey guys, what is going on and welcome to today's YouTube video. Today is a pretty big day for Bitcoin as we got the CPI data released later today while Bitcoin is still range bound. I've drawn out my preferred scenario right now for the Bitcoin price, a potential trade idea that I will be playing on the Bitcoin price in the upcoming days or weeks whenever I get the opportunity. Because in my opinion, this chart is looking extremely clean. And I want to start off on the higher time frame and refine my bias towards the lower time frame. So if we're going to start on the higher time frame, what we can see is that Bitcoin is still near high time frame support. So we have this previous resistance area, which is also our mid-range. So if we have our range high over here, and we form our range low over here, we can see this is not only the previous resistance area over here before we got a breakout to the upside over here, but it's also the mid-range. We can see the range high still untapped. Now we can see that Bitcoin has been retesting this area of support a few times right now. And we can also see, and if I'm going to remove this, is that we are seeing a local bullish sweep over here. We are front running this low for now. Now, lots of people may think front running this low isn't a good thing, right? Because a lot of stop losses of long positions will be resting over here. But you also have to realize that everyone that shorted over here, everyone that shorted over here, even everyone that is shorting within this price action over here, where do you think that those people are looking to take profit on their shorts? Exactly, they're looking to take profit on their shorts over here, beneath this previous higher low over here. Now, if bulls want to keep market structure intact to the upside, you don't want to see a clear and clean break of this low over here. So front running this low and getting a local bullish sweep over here is actually not a bad thing. It could be a potential bullish scenario, okay? So higher time frame in my opinion, as long as we hold this support area over here, and yes, we can deviate beneath it pretty shortly. As long as we hold, I'm still expecting a run of the range high over here. But I've stated many months already, at some point I do believe that we are going to fill the CME gap over here in between $21,000 and $20,000. Now let's move to the lower time frames on the 4-hourly time frame, because we can see that after this move to the downside over here, Bitcoin started moving sideways. Now, explained to you guys many times, a lot of people see sideways movement after a big dump as bearish before potential bearish continuation to the downside. But you have to realize, as long as this sideways movement after the move to the downside takes place within a liquidity pool that we have over here with this low, also we have this wick over here, but we also have this imbalance over here. As long as that sideways movement takes place within a liquidity pool, it is potential bullish reaccumulation before a reversal to the upside. Now, something interesting as well is that we have a very clean range over here, right? So we have seen a deviation of the range high over here. A deviation of the range high leads into a move towards the range low, especially if the range low liquidity is untapped. And now we have seen a deviation of the range low, a beautiful deviation as well. Now, the deviation of that range low led into a test of the mid-range once again. And if we are going to switch on our quarterly ranges, so over here, if I'm going to switch on the 0.75 and the 0.25, we can see that we got rejected over here around the quarterly range. Important is with ranges, you want to see the quarterly ranges being respected, as we see over here, over here. You want to see the mid-range being respected, as we see over here, and obviously you want to see the range high and the range low being respected. Now, technically speaking, after a deviation of the range low. As long as that range low area holds, you should see a test of the range high and potentially higher. Now, in my opinion, interesting is that we still have this unfilled wick over here on the 4-hourly time frame. And I do still believe that this wick will be a draw on liquidity for the Bitcoin price. And on top of that, beneath that wick, we have this bearish hour 4 fair value gap. And we can see we also have this flat hour 4 candlestick over here, which is another draw on liquidity. Personally expecting more upside in the upcoming weeks. But obviously we want to get in on a move. Now, we can see beautiful sweep of all of the liquidity that we have been building up over here over the past few weeks, right? So we did not only deviate from the range low, no, we also swept all of the sell side liquidity, resulted in a bounce with momentum. We can see that the bounce with momentum broke structure over here, right? It left behind a beautiful hour 4, bullish hour 4 fair value gap. That bullish hour 4 fair value gap is also aligning with our range low area, right? So range low area being formed with these 4 lows over here. Now, if we are also going to go with our Fibonacci retracement tool from swing low to swing high, and we switch on Fibonacci retracement levels, remove the 0.5 and these ones, we can see golden Fibonacci ratio 0.786, both aligning with our area of interest. And we know, according to the Elliott wave count, let's say this is our first impulsive move to the upside, we know that our second wave usually retraces back in between the golden Fibonacci ratio and the 0.786 Fib level. So, area of interest is this hour 4 bullish fair value gap, where we have our golden Fibonacci ratio, where we have our 0.786. Target remains this week and the range high area over here. And I do think that if we do see a pullback today during CPI data release, this could be an area to look for swing longs, eventually targeting this week, and who knows, you can even target this draw liquidity over here. If you guys do have any questions after watching today's Bitcoin update, after watching today's Bitcoin trading idea, please let me know in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll speak to you guys on Friday's video. Ciao, ciao!